Hey there, YTPC. Just sitting out on my deck, late Monday afternoon. Thought I'd light up a pipe, and I thought I'd invite you to come join along. So if you don't already have a pipe in hand, go ahead and grab one, pack it, and we'll share a pipe together. So I've got mine packed, ready to go, featuring the House of Lords billiard. It's gotten to be one of my favorite pipes here. And in it, I've got my Cornell Diehl Cross-Eyed Cricket. Do a quick char light here, and I'll tell you, really loving the autumn evening, but it still can't beat Cross-Eyed Cricket as my favorite. I just wish I made it in bulk, because I go through a tin way too fast. I'm already 3/4 way through my second tin of it since I tried it. This old True Light. Do a little more heat. So I'm telling you, it may not be for everybody, but this is pretty much, as far as I've found. I'm trying more and more tobaccos. This is my perfect blend. It's like a nice English with a little bit of Latakia. But you get the sweetness from the rum punch topping. Just perfect. So, quick little story. Last night, at the advisement of my friend, Eagle Talon Piper, started watching the Netflix show Squid Game, which is a South Korean series. And anyways, if you haven't checked it out, which there's a good chance you probably have, because I think it's probably Netflix's biggest show ever. Probably the most popular show right now. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's very weird, but I enjoy it. But I think it was playing with my head this morning. So I was in bed this morning, just starting to wake up, and I hear this loud sawing noise. It sounded like it was very loud. I couldn't tell if it was coming from my neighbors, because my neighbors are pretty much right outside my house, or if it was coming from my basement. And So I rolled over in bed. All of a sudden, I see this guy in a neon yellow hoodie coming out of my house. I'm like, what the hell? I was confused, didn't know what was going on. So I got up, sprung out of bed, ran out to the back deck. I have my front door locked all the time. Usually have my back door unlocked because it's pretty well hidden and not worried about anybody trying to break in or anything like that. So what it was is the guy's coming in to lay some stuff down on the floor to take out the or to put something down to prevent mold on the concrete floor because there was carpet down there. And I knew they were coming out this week. I didn't know when. Figured they'd call or knock or ring the doorbell. Well, apparently they knocked multiple times and then let themselves in through the back door. Now, my biggest scare is the back door and the basement door were wide open at the time. And I have 3 cats, and one in particular, Jake, who likes to escape. So I was worried that they had gotten out, and they hadn't. They were, I think, startled as much as I was. And so, looking back, I remember last week when I met with the guys, they did say that they would be coming around here about 9:30 this morning. And I just forgot to put it in my calendar. So they showed up right on time. And I told them before that, come to the back door. And that I would have the back door unlocked if I'm not home. But I had forgotten completely all about it over the weekend. I just had a note in my phone saying that the city would be coming out between noon and 4 to inspect the new water heater. So that was my bad, but it startled the heck out of me. I was confused, didn't know what was going on for a few minutes. So I said, hey, if you can give me 10 minutes, I can get the cats riled up and put them in the food room so that they can eat and be out of the way and I don't have to worry about chasing one down. So it took me for quite a scare. So later on, about 2 o'clock, I hadn't gotten a phone call or anything from the city. They were supposed to call saying that they're on their way. I'm in the bathroom cleaning up. All of a sudden I look over, see a city truck parked in my driveway. But no one knocked or anything like that. And if they're using my doorbells, I guess I need to have the batteries changed in my doorbells. I don't know. But so I washed off the shaving cream and threw on a shirt and came out back. By the time I got out here, which is only like a couple of minutes, truck had gone. So I had to call them, and then they showed up about 20 minutes later and took maybe 2 minutes for them to go downstairs, look at the water heater, say everything's fine. Which is only mildly frustrating for me, because I know that the city knows who installed it, because they probably install a third of the water heaters in the city. They know that they do excellent work. And so I know that they probably didn't even really need to go down there, but of course, city's always finding ways to raise property taxes, I'm sure, so. Get to look forward next September, finding out how much that adds to my monthly or to my annual property taxes. So that was my fun morning, afternoon. So the boys are still, right now, I've been out here smoking a pipe for a little bit, and boys are still locked in the food room. We've got food. They've got litter. They've got each other for company, so they'll be fine for a little while. Figure I'd just leave them in there. Because after this, I need to go get some things from the store. And I figured might as well leave them in there. This way I can get everything brought in the house without having to shoo away 3 cats and keep Jake from running out. Now, I will say, as he's become quite the escape artist when it's nicer out, Jake doesn't really leave my property. He just likes to run around and roll around on the concrete, leave his scent, for any strays in the neighborhood. But he doesn't like to come in. It takes anywhere from 15 minutes to maybe 45 minutes an hour to get him to come in. And it's got to be on his terms, of course, because he's a cat. Every time I get within 5 feet of trying to pick him up, he thinks it's a game and takes out running 10 feet down the driveway. So I've learned I've just got to wait for him. And of course, he usually escapes right when it's like, all right, it's the end of the night. Or, I've got other plans that I need to attend to. I don't need to be waiting out for you to decide you're done. I think we actually got up to maybe 70 degrees today. Maybe 74 degrees. So it's a little cool right now in the shade, but it's a little bit warmer than it's been the past several days. So as far as I'm considered, this is a beautiful fall day. Before I forget, let's do a bull call. In the comments, let me know what you're smoking, what you're smoking it in. This way I continue to build my list of tobaccos and pipes that I'm interested in. Add them to my wish list, I guess. If you haven't checked out Briar Blues Mike's video from earlier today, he discussed the serious illness many of us suffer, PAD and TAD, pipe acquisition disorder, tobacco acquisition disorder. And from my understanding, at least what he says, and I believe it to be true, that there is no cure. But I suppose that's to be said of a lot of hobbies. And I firmly believe that pipe smoking is a hobby. It's not a addiction. I can go multiple days without a pipe or without tobacco. I don't have to run outside every hour to get a pipe, you know. But it's definitely a serious ailment, especially when you may not be one that financially can buy any tobacco or any pipe on a whim. Have to try to budget it in. Which can be hard sometimes. Sometimes you see a pipe you really like and you're like, do I really need meat and vegetables and all that stuff in my pantry? How long do I think I could live off ramen noodles? I like them every once in a while, but sodium in those are killer. Fortunately, I've been blessed to always have low cholesterol, but still, it's an insane amount of sodium to take in. Or I think, my gas tank is getting low. Probably should put some gas in it. But at the same time, that could buy me 2 or 3 tobaccos. I've probably got a few pounds of tobacco to smoke, but I really want some more cross-eyed cricket, or want to try that new small batch from Cornell Diehl. Anyways. So, realize my eyes are probably getting matted up right here. That's just allergies, because apparently everyone in the neighborhood today has decided to mow their yard. Hoping that maybe this is the last time they have to do it this year. As I say that, I hear somebody in the neighborhood doing it right now, so. But I'm just glad that, as far as the water heater in the basement situation, that's pretty much all taken care of. Humidifier's got to run down there for a couple more days just to get some extra moisture out. But after that, we'll be all clear, good to go. I was thinking about, I may have mentioned this, I think in my last smoke with me, but thinking about doing the cooking competition for Mike, but don't think I have a chance of winning. So I haven't decided if I'm going to actually do it or not. Depends on what the rest of my week turns out to be and how ambitious I decide to be. Anyways, probably got at least a good half bowl on this. Don't want to keep you guys too much longer. Realize it's been quite a while already. So, hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're smoking. Like I said, leave a comment down below. If you haven't liked my video yet, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, that is greatly appreciated. And if you want, you can hit the notification bell. This way you make sure you get notified whenever a new Share a Pipe with me shows up. If you've missed my previous ones, I do have a playlist on my channel, along with a few other playlists that I continue to build upon. But for now, I'll leave you to it. Hope you're enjoying your day whenever this finds you. And as always, thanks for watching. God bless. And we'll see you soon.